offensive line as a whole after, from the Nebraska game? How'd you feel like you guys played?
I felt like that was the first game that we really meshed together. We were rushing for about 7 yards a carry. I think that was a big step forward from the first 2 games that we had. That was a great environment. I think that really fueled us. And down on the goal line, and those 2 plays that we had before the half really solidified our kind of mentality and attitude that we are trying to have throughout the rest of the season.
Especially early in the year like this, in a road game like that, how big is it to feel like you can feel that improvement from the first 2 games to now? How big is that to have, especially going into conference play this weekend?
Yeah, I think it was great because Venables talks about the road dog mentality, and I think that stems from us, and we definitely exemplified that from start to finish of the Nebraska game, and it really took the air out of the stadium running the ball like we did. So,
You talked about meshing together. Is that Wanye coming back, or is there something more to it?
I think that it doesn't have to do with any particular guy. Like, so even if I was out, I mean, I think just the way that we are as an O-line room, we're really close and we always hang out with each other and stuff. So I don't think it really is one particular guy, but I think the way that Coach Beanbo coaches us and just the the techniques and the play calling is what's keeping us together.
How would you evaluate your game during the last couple of weeks?
So the first 2, I felt a little bit settling into the offense and the speed of the offense. And I think last game I felt the most comfortable with the types of plays that we were running. And I think last week was definitely the best week of film study that we had, so we knew what they were going to do every time pretty much because they had a lot of game tape from last year and this year that we had a lot of tells from their stance and where the 3 technique was and in relation to the running back. So, yeah, I think Dylan's looking like he's been here forever. I think him and Coach Levy ran this offense for a little bit together, and I think we've all done a good job of closing the gap on not playing with each other for a super long time. Coach Venables talks about like he feels like he's known us forever, right? I think we feel that way about each other also. So I think Dylan's done a good job of closing the gap with us and everyone else on the offense.
McKade, Kansas State obviously has a really strong front 4. Can you tell on film how much of a challenge it's going to be this Saturday?
Yeah, I think K-State's going to be a challenge. I've never personally played them before, but from what I've been told by a lot of the guys, they're one of the toughest fronts that we're going to face, just from a mentality standpoint, and especially the talent that they have on the edges. So.
The offensive lineman this summer with Dylan.
Yeah.
What was that like going to, I'm assuming, Lawton for the first time and being a part of that?
Going where?
Lawton, Oklahoma.
Oh, gosh. Going back to that, Dylan also did a good job. He would take us out to eat, over the summer, and that was part of our, bonding that we did. We went out to Lake Thunderbird and we took boats out and stuff. So I think that was really fun for us and helped, again, close that gap and let us get to know each other better.
Was that the first time experience of going to Oklahoma Lakes and stuff like that for you?
Yeah, it was.
Just what did you think of when, I know a lot of quarterbacks want to do stuff with their offensive line, but when he's texting you about doing this retreat, what was your reaction to it?
Yeah, we knew it was going to happen just because of all this, he had been talking it up for a long time. I think he did a good job of setting everything up for us. But we really appreciate him and how much he appreciates us. Because a lot of quarterbacks, I played with quarterbacks before that'll, talk it up like that and never actually come through. And Dylan comes through in everything that he does, so, yeah.
Hey, did you have any thoughts about the way the LSU's worked last game and this game being a 7 o'clock game?
Right.
Start
Yeah, that Kent State game, towards the end was, the greatest game atmosphere I've ever been a part of, especially with everyone cheering for me. I've been in places like that, but, I was always on the other side of it, which wasn't very fun. But now that, it's us and, all the LEDs and the atmosphere, it was a game changer, and I think the 7 a.m. kick is going to be really fun. I got a lot of family coming this weekend, so I think they're going to enjoy that. Yeah.
So have you ever, playing for Cal, do you ever play in a stadium where you said where the atmosphere was crazy? You ever play in a stadium where the lights are going on and off?
Yeah, Oregon, Autzen Stadium's pretty much like that. That's one of the louder stadiums that I played in front of before. But again, that's like, you're in there and it's intimidating because they're not your people. They're trying to make you jump offsides. I think my freshman year I had like 3 offsides penalties playing there. So, but